Rome, at the height of its power. A banquet, a young prince lifts a cup, and a few heartbeats later he has slipped from his couch to the floor, while the most powerful men in the world go on eating, as if nothing had happened at all. They'd been told it was a fit. Epilepsy. Nothing to see. But 3 people in that hall knew exactly what was in the cup, and one of them was a woman history would spend 2,000 years reducing to a single word. No army, no title, no lover to ruin. Just a small vial, and a talent no man in Rome could match.
Femme fatale histories. The women history called wicked, and what they actually did. Tonight, Locusta, who turned poison into a profession.
First, where, and when, are we? Rome, the middle of the 1st century after Christ. The empire is at its height, from the mists of Britain to the deserts of Egypt, every road leading back to one city. At that city's heart, one family rules, the House of the Caesars. On the throne, an aging emperor, Claudius, around him, an ambitious wife, and a teenage heir named Nero.
Sounds like a golden age.
It's the most powerful court on earth, and the most poisonous. A woman could not vote, could not hold office, could not draw a sword in the Senate. If she wanted power, 2 doors were left to her, the bedroom or the cup.
And the cup was the reliable one.
Far more. In an age with no autopsy, poison was the perfect crime, a fever, a bad oyster, the will of the gods. Half the imperial family died suddenly. And into that world came a woman from Gaul, the empire's cold northern edge, with a gift for turning quiet green plants into weapons. Her name was Locusta. We meet Locusta the way Rome met most inconvenient women, in a prison cell, already condemned for poisoning. And then the most dangerous woman in the empire sent for her. Agrippina, wife of the Emperor Claudius.
His niece?
And, because this is Rome, also his niece. She married her own uncle, and changed the law to do it. Now she wanted him dead, so her teenage son could seize the throne before Claudius's own boy could grow into a rival. She needed an emperor to die slowly, and look natural. She needed Locusta. Claudius adored mushrooms, he called them the food of the gods. So Locusta prepared a dish of his favorite, seasoned with something meant to still his heart by morning.
Let me guess. It didn't go smoothly.
The emperor was drunk, and his body expelled the poison the unglamorous way. So a loyal doctor stepped in, offering to help him purge, and slid a feather down his throat. A feather Locusta had dipped in something faster.
That's grim. That's genuinely grim.
Claudius was dead by dawn, and a 17-year-old named Nero was master of the world. And none of it was luck. Locusta worked like a scientist in a world without the word, a garden of nightshade and hemlock, a workshop of powders, and every dose tested, patiently, on the bodies the state handed her, slaves, and the condemned. Rome had no school for assassins. Locusta was the school. A year later, Nero came to her himself. His stepbrother Britannicus, Claudius's true son, was turning 14. Old enough to be a threat.
His own brother. At the dinner table, I assume.
The first dose was too weak. Nero, they say, beat Locusta with his own hands and threatened her with the executioner. So she solved the hardest problem in Roman murder, the taster.
How?
You serve it scalding. The taster sips the harmless, too hot wine, approves it, and then, to cool it, water is added at the table. Untasted water, carrying the poison. Britannicus drank, and in moments it was over.
And his sister was right there.
Octavia, watching it happen across the table, forced to keep her face perfectly still, because the young man who had done it was now her husband. Nero barely looked up. Epilepsy, he said. The couch was cleared. Dinner went on. Nero did not punish her. He rewarded her a full pardon, country estates, and pupils, sent by the emperor himself to learn the craft.
A state-funded poison academy.
For 14 years she was the most protected woman in Rome, for exactly as long as Nero lived. In the summer of 68 his world caved in and he took his own life. Her shield was gone. The new emperor, Galba, was cleaning house. And Locusta was led in chains through the streets of Rome, and executed among the dead tyrant's favorites.
That's it? A quiet execution and she's gone?
That's the sober version, the one the serious historians will put their name to. There is another account of how she died, a later one, so grotesque that I am not allowed to describe it on this channel. So I won't. But if you've got the stomach for it, go and look it up. Don't say I didn't warn you. Rome remembered her exactly as it wished to. Tacitus calls her a woman lately condemned as a poisoner, long kept among the tools of tyranny. A tool. An instrument. A monster in a red robe.
And the men who picked the tool up?
Agrippina is a schemer, Nero a tyrant, they get palaces and biographies. Locusta gets one word. Because the hand is always guiltier than the mind that hired it, as long as the hand belongs to a woman. So who was she, really? Not a jealous wife. Not a seductress. A woman from the provinces with no name worth recording, no husband to leverage, who found the single power a woman could hold in Rome, and made herself indispensable with it.
You know, in another life she's a physician. Same knowledge, same steady hands. She just had the luck to be born somewhere that only paid a woman to do the opposite.
And there is something almost intimate about her crime. Poison is the closest murder there is. You don't strike from across a battlefield, you lean in. You pour. You watch their lips touch the cup you prepared, and you smile, and you wait.
You make it sound like a seduction, Sonia.
For her, it may have been the closest she ever came to one. Locusta knew every emperor in Rome by the way he died, and every one of them, at the end, trusted her hands. She was not the last. Every age that locked its women out of power grew a woman who reached for the cup. Giulia Tofana, in Italy, sold a pretty bottle called Aqua Tofana to wives who longed to be widows, perhaps 600 husbands. La Voisin supplied poison, and black masses, to the court of the Sun King himself. The Vishakanya of India, girls raised on venom until their very touch, their kiss, could kill a king. And Zhao Hada, who poisoned imperial heirs inside a Han emperor's own harem.
A kiss that kills, and the men still lined up to try. Of course that one's a legend men dreamed up.
Of course it is. The fear never changes that the softest thing in the room is the most lethal. You'll still meet her ghost in fiction, the whispering poisoner behind the throne in Claudius, in games and dramas, rarely named, always there.
Locusta, the empire's deadliest professional, and the only one it dared to punish. Reduced to one word by the men who could not rule without her. Next time, another woman history called Wicked, Yang Guifei, the concubine so beautiful an empire fell trying to keep her. Tell me below, was Locusta a monster, or simply the best there ever was at a job Rome refused to admit it needed?